without sweltering in a pool of job hunts. I present to you Ndeje University. We are an Anglican university endowed with 3 state-of-the-art campuses in Luero Bombo, the Graduate School in Rubaga, and the Kampala campus along Balintuma Road behind Mengo Hospital. With well-coordinated learning programs ranging from day, evening, weekend, in-service and e-learning, the globally recognized university offers job market competing courses that will surely light your academic path. Our various undergraduate and graduate programs include Business Administration and Management, Engineering and Survey, Basic Sciences and Information Technology, Education, Environment and Agricultural Sciences, Arts, Health Sciences, and many more. With accreditation by the National Council of Higher Education, we now offer a diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndeje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
This October.
You're still in Abuja?
Yeah, I'm still in Abuja. Do you know I missed my flight?
Onyeda, Mias.
Jesus is Lord. There is God.
This October.
But I want to pause a bit here and give you some history about the loan scheme. It is Honorable Jessica Aluko, when she was the Minister of Education and Sports, that started this loan scheme. And I would like to invite the representative from the loan scheme to come and stand before her if there is any person within the congregation.
This October.
Omulabi wa Ndeje University TV niyo programu obulamu zaabu. Mweno program tugenda batukutuusaako abasawo abakugu ab'enjawulo nga boogera ku ndwadde ezitali zimu gamba nga sukaali, pressure, endwadde z'abaana n'endala nnyingi.
Owa sukaali tali ice cream.
Kola y'ekizaala ggumba nnungi nga yo.
Iyo obadde okimanyi nti waliwo n'omusawo w'abasajja? Egenda kubeera buli lunaku olwokuna ssaawa 2:30 ez'ekiro ate ng'eddibwamu ku lwokutaano ssaawa 5:30 ez'okumakya. Tosubwa nange omuweerezaawo Samike.
Ndeje University prepares for end-of-semester examinations. Bishop Hannington Day is celebrated in Chadondo. President Museveni encourages moral teachings for Ugandans. President Museveni roots for technological advancement in the fight against locusts. The history of the East African University Games. Welcome to Ndeje University Television. My name is Lona Kasasa Jemima, and this is live at 8. Here are the news in details. Ndeje University is beginning their end-of-semester examinations on the 7th of November. Various students from the different faculties have been seen at the campus premises, reading and holding discussions. Harriet Tamaya with more on this story.
As Ndeje University Fraternity is preparing for their end-of-semester examinations, which will start off on 7th of October with computer practicals and AutoCAD practical for the engineering students, a number of students are seen reading and having discussions at the campus as they are seen ready for the forthcoming examinations. The administration of the university has so far registered 70% of the students, and this shows their readiness to start the examinations as they further urge the students to do a lot of reading and follow what they have told them in class.
For your information, our examinations are scheduled to start on the 7th of the coming month, that is November 2022, with the practical courses. In the Faculty of Education, we have got students who are doing the practical courses like computer, and these are the students who are going to do the practicals. We also have students who are offering science with education, biology, chemistry, physics. This is a category of people who are going to start with the practical courses on 7th. The rest of the students' body shall be writing the theoretical examinations from 7th and of November 2022. And these exams are going to run all through to 25th of November. So dear students, time has yet come for you to write what you have been studying all through. Some of you have gone beyond the time of studies, both Kampala and the main campus, even our dear in-service students. To mention, the in-service students shall be here in the month of January 3rd, and they shall have face-to-face classes for a period of 2 weeks, and then the 3rd week shall be for examinations. And that is how our program is going to end. Our academic year 2022-23 will end in January.
The end-of-semester examinations has not gone well with some students as they are still clearing, and some have not even had enough time to read due to tuition issues, though optimistic that they will sit the final examinations.
Right now we are preparing for the final exams for semester 1. We are doing personal reading and discussions as well. So most of the students are preparing for the exams, and the steps you go through to sit for the final exams. Of course, you must have cleared the tuition. You must have got the examination card and with your examination number. So personally, I've got all of those. I've cleared with my tuition. I've got my examination card. So I'm preparing to do my final exam starting next week on Tuesday.
Sincerely speaking, most of us are not really prepared because we've been having issues with tuition.
For the preparation, it has not been bad because we are doing the discussions with our fellow students. It's easy probably to access the lecturers and some other things, revision.
First of all, I come early in the morning. I read from like around 8 to 12, just reading in the library. But then after lunch, we have discussions with my friends that can make it, because as per now, most of the students have not completed. But
Imran Lubega, the Guild Education Minister at the university, in a phone interview, has confirmed the end-of-semester examination, and he is optimistic that all students will access the examinations.
As the Minister of Education, I can say that the study coverage is above average, whereby students are well equipped with what is necessary to excel in the examinations. This is so because a lot of courseworks and tests have been issued out to the different students in different programs, whereby it is due to test their readiness for the examinations and also to open their minds wide on what is going to be set in the final examinations. Then the issue of 100% tuition paid, I believe that there is only a small percentage of those that haven't yet cleared to 100%. Those that haven't yet cleared to 100%, I believe that if at all they register the papers so far they have, and when they are due to clear to 100%, they will be issued out some papers to do during the examinations, so that if at all a student has, let me say, like 6 papers, they can give him like 4 papers, then due to clearing to 100%, the rest of the 2 papers will be issued to him. This was the same activity done in the last semester. Then about closure of this semester and opening of the next semester, this semester is likely to close on 26 for both main and Kampala campus. Then the dates for the opening of the next semester will be issued to the students after clear information has been supplied to the Ministry of Education. Thank you.
Preparations for examinations cut across all the authorities at the gate. As the security guard also prepare, they have advised the students' body to prepare all the necessary equipment and clear with the accounts committee to avoid inconveniences at the entrance during examinations.
Endeavor to pay tuition in time such that they don't disturb you at the entrance. You must enter during in exam time when you are having 100%. And if to avoid inconvenience, you must pay in time. Also, it is time for Ebola. Be having sanitizer, use masks, and provide social distance.
Deja University officially opened the semester on 1st of August, and the students have studied for 3 months. The semester will close on 18th of November 2022. Anselm Ojaro, Harriet Temaya, live at 8.
Thank you very much, Harriet. President Museveni has called for an audit of traditional institutions in Uganda so that the Ugandans can benefit from their positive contributions. He made these remarks while celebrating the Bishop Hannington Day on the 29th of October in Chadondo. Grace Nabukenya with more on this story.
29th October is the day marked to commemorate the martyrdom of Bishop James Hannington, who was killed 137 years ago. And with no exception, this year on Saturday 29th October, a memorial service was held for the deceased in Chadondo, Mayuge district. Here, the President, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, made a call for an audit on traditional institutions. He said that it was due to international weaknesses of traditional institutions that the innocent people like Bishop Hannington were killed. He added that when he came to power, he supported the restoration of traditional institutions, and when he did, he made a speech at Bulange Mengo and gave in his view that the institutions and norms should be audited so that Uganda gets the good example out of them. Mr. Museveni further challenged the traditional and religious institutions to audit the morals which Ugandans should keep and those they should do away with. Mr. Museveni further promised to develop Bishop Hannington's site systematically, as well as engage the cabinet on why the request to make the day a public holiday was turned down. He also launched a book about the life of Bishop Hannington. The book was authorized by Canon Dr. John Majimba.
I call upon the traditional institutions especially, instead of being involved in politics, the other thing I wanted them to work on was the language.
Mpagano bana abakulembeze baifa abenono infekyo okwengiza mu byobukulembeze obw'obufuzi bino bangire mu bintu ebifano nti nebyo okuyamba abantu era ekintu omu kiyayenda ino n'okuboneka nti bayira kunnimi daife badiboneke nti ennimi daife tidibula.
So now in this case of Hannington,
butigaliga ensonga eno ya Bishop Hannington,
my little contribution would be,
ye kyasobola okuboneka nti
did this man have a family in England?
Nti omuntu ono omusadde ono yaliko ne famire yeyali ava ebuzungu
or relatives
oba ab'enganda be.
Can we go and trace them and really go and say sorry for our people who
tusobola okujja okunonenkereza abantu abo era twagirala twabeetondera twaka nti bana mutusonige
because I feel so bad that such
kuba awulira buvino ku kintu ekifaano kino ekyomusadde obutugwe mu ngeri eri aye.
Instead of killing the European soldiers who are coming to conquer us,
omuseke okwita abazungu abasirikale abaali bali kwidda okutugamba
You killing this fellow who was just armed with the Bible.
The district is known for growing sugarcane that feeds several sugar factories in Busoga sub-region. He also preached to the people of Busoga about the 4-acre plan of agriculture and the 7 recommended activities on account of high returns per acre per annum. These are 1 acre for clonal coffee, 1 acre for fruits, mangoes, oranges, and pineapples, 1 acre for food crops for the family, that is cassava, bananas, upland rice or irrigation rice, Irish potatoes, sorghum or millet, 1 acre for pasture for dairy cattle, poultry for eggs, piggery and fish farming.
The sugarcane, duma, things like cotton, even cotton, those are things which need big land.
Ebintu nga duma, ebintu nga pamba, ebintu nga ebikado, ebyo nebintu ebyetaaga nga omuntu ali kuno ettaka erikola ki eriyera.
And the leaders here should tell you how much you can get per acre, per annum, whatever you do, even if you do good agro-practices.
On the other hand, His Excellency directed the Permanent Secretary Ministry of Works and Transport, Mr. Bageya Waiswa, to tarmac the additional 4 kilometers of Chando Mayugwe Road that connects to Bishop Hannington site. Archbishop Kazimba further called upon capable leaders and locals of Busoga to invest and develop the sub-region.
Whatever the case might be, we lost a great man. That's why the reason why we have schools here, we have churches here, we have transformation is because of this man.
The first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of East African Community Affairs, Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, hailed President Museveni for always extending financial support towards the commemorations of Hannington Day.
Your Excellency, tulikuwa kwebaza tinayideyo twayideyo Bishop Ngatulebeire, President Bishop wa Bukedi, Bishop wa Busoga Central, Bishop wa Busoga Kaire, Kaidano which wana Muganza, which was which were Chweru. Katwide okora ebintu bino wabanga. Twaida okobera nchakabondo akadesis 8 okuve ebusoga kutuke karamoja. Nezikutegeka urunaku urababirizi ibyuni.
The event was also attended by ministers, members of parliament, religious and traditional leaders, district leaders, among other government officials. Grace Nabkenya, live at 8.
Thank you very much, Grace Nabkenya. President Museveni has expressed the need to retool the Desert Locusts Control Organization for East Africa while at a meeting with the Council Minister of the Desert Locusts Control Organization in the at the State House in Nakasero. Let's have a look.
While speaking to the Council of Ministers of the Desert Locusts Control Organization for Eastern Africa, President Museveni noted that when locusts invaded Uganda and caused problems to residents of Otuku in northern Uganda and Karamoja in 2020, the helicopter that provided to fight locusts almost failed because it could not fly at night.
The locusts being insects, at night they are paralyzed. They don't fly. They don't fly when it is cold. They stay in one place until 10 in the morning. That when it becomes warm, that's when they start flying. This one we discovered when we were involved. Now, that little aircraft of yours doesn't fly at night. We should have a stronger aircraft, maybe with night vision, able to spray at night.
He also added that the army was effective because they started killing the locusts at night when they can't move. It should become a responsibility of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development in Eastern Africa, in what he termed as the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, to include Tanzania, which is not a member, instead of creating another organization. The group was led by Honorable Fred B. Chakulaga, the State Minister for Agriculture, who is also the first Vice Chairman, Desert Locust Control East African Council of Ministers, who are in Uganda for their 67th session and also to celebrate their 60th anniversary. Minister Chakulaga also thanked President Museveni for allowing the UPDF to participate in the Desert Locust Control Operation in 2022, a best practice that is being emulated by other member countries. The Desert Locust Control Organization for Eastern Africa, which is a United Nations registered organization established by an international convention signed by all member countries in 1962, supports member countries in the prevention and control of migratory pests such as locusts, earthworms, and seseflies, and any emerging pests that threaten food security in member countries.
The organization helps in the control and containment of other migratory pests and vectors, particularly three: the African armyworm, the Kerrea bird, and the sesefly.
Chakulaga also requested His Excellency President Museveni that the outstanding obligations by member states should be prioritized and be cleared once and for all, and go forward. A mechanization to be put in place to protect the contribution from member states. Harriet Temaya, live at 8.
Thank you very much, Harriet Tamaya. And in sports, as we prepare for the 12th edition of the East African University Games, which will be hosted by Ndeje University at their main campus in Luwero from the 16th to the 21st of December this year. Today, we're going to look at the history of these games, how they started and when. Let's have a look.
The Federation of East Africa University Sports came up with an idea of promoting togetherness in universities across East Africa by starting the East Africa University Games, which was a multi-sport university sport event in 1999. It is organized in December of every even year, that is in a 2-year cycle. The Federation came up with a policy in which each participant had to compete in 20 sports disciplines such as netball, rugby, soccer, among other games. The first edition of 1999 East Africa University Games was held at Egerton University of Kenya, who were overall champions of the edition. The participants were Egerton University, Makerere University, Dar es Salaam University of Tanzania, and Kenyatta University. In Uganda, only 2 universities, that is Makerere and Ndeje University, have ever won the East Africa University Games. However, in the first edition, Ndeje University never participated in East Africa University Games. The 12th edition is going to be held at Ndeje University in Luwero District, and more than 40 universities are expected to take part in the gaming. The East Africa University Games has discovered many talents in East Africa. For example, in Uganda, Farouk Mia in 2014 during the 11th edition, where he netted Makerere University, and Chambogo got the lead before the game was equalized. And this gave a chance to Farouk Mia to play on the national team of the Uganda Cranes. Henry Gwase, live at 8.
Also in sports, the Ugandan national netball team was flagged off for New Zealand on the 30th of October ahead of the first 5 Netball World Series that will take place from the 5th to the 6th of November this year. Let's have a look.
Uganda's national netball team, the She Cranes, on Sunday set off for New Zealand, where they will be competing in the first 5 Netball World Series alongside 5 other nations. During the team's flag-off at the Federation headquarters in Old Kampala, the Minister of State for Sports, Peter Ogwang, pledged full support towards the delegation, pointing out netball as a top priority sport which has performed beyond expectation.
The President of the Ugandan Netball Federation has confirmed to me she has accounted for all government monies which were before her, and for that matter, the first money, which was a balance for their preparations for Commonwealth, has also been sent to the account. Now the money which we are going to send to them is the money for this quarter, which money we expect the National Federation, Netball Federation, to receive it on Tuesday. So for that purpose, I want to pledge on behalf of Mama, the First Lady, and myself, the Minister of Sports, that the Uganda Netball Federation will receive their money.
Ogwang also cautioned the players on eloping while abroad on national duty, saying it tarnishes the country's image, which in turn denies other athletes a chance to go professional. He then advised them to outperform themselves at the tournament if they lure clubs into signing them for professional duty.
It's clear to our athletes who leave Uganda going to the rest of the world that number one, there's no need of really attempting to remain in that foreign country illegally. We are here to facilitate them to go back into those countries in a formal manner. Like now, they have gone there formally. Number two, you heard me encourage them. Please, when you're there, take advantage, showcase your talent so that a club can pick you for you to remain playing professional netball in that respective country. And they gave me cases already. As a country, we have 3 professional netballers who are out there. I'm told Oyela, I'm told Peace, and now Anazuba.
The minister's caution comes timely following reports of 2 netballers, Shakira Nakanyike and Rose Namutebi, who disappeared after the Vitality Netball Series in the United Kingdom. The 2 were debutants on the national team, and they joined a list of several other athletes who also disappeared overseas in the previous years. The delegation that traveled from Uganda consists of 10 players and 5 officials led by the Federation President Honorable Babidye Chityo Sarah.
We are going to play first 5 in New Zealand. It's going to be our first game, play first 5 in New Zealand. We try to play it here in our league, and at least we know the rules, we know what it takes to be in the first 5, how to be fast. You have to be like accurate in shooting because it's where it is time which is where you have to score 6, 3 and 2 goals if it is your power quarters. So we know what we are going to do. The teams that we are going to play is New Zealand, Australia, England and Jamaica and South Africa. And those are the teams that have been playing. Some of the players are going to be there and some of our players are going to be there. So there are some places that are not going to be there, but we are ready.
Defending champions of the first 5 Netball World Series, New Zealand, will be hosts of the tournament for the next 2 years, 2022 and 23. And this year will see them battle nations like Uganda, Jamaica, South Africa, England and Australia for supremacy. Ali Sharan Chiranda, live at 8.
More in sports, Zambia knocked out on the group stages of Pool B by Kenya and Uganda, who have the same points, 36-17, at Mutesa II Stadium in Wankulukuku. Kidini Masi with more on this story.
Peruz Muyuka and Naomi Amagun had their first tries for Kenya Lioness with successful conversions from Grace Odhiambo in their first half, hence a win of 36-17 on last weekend on Saturday. Meanwhile, Millie Katombo and Merlin Liamba scored a try for Zambia and a drop goal that was converted by Ann Goretti, who converted a penalty. Zambia has played all their 2 matches where they lost to Kenya and Uganda respectively on a difference of 19 points in each game in the World Cup qualifiers tournament due in 2023. Despite their extensive defeat, the Zambians showed great character and courage in defense with some fine attacks. Last Tuesday, the Uganda Rugby Cranes fly half Charlotte Modula struck 21 points off the tee to earn victory for the Cranes over Zambia with a full match end in 36-17. Despite the extensive defeat, the Zambians showed great character and courage in the defense. In November 2021, Zambia led 36-5 at the half-time break, ran in a total of 13 tries on against Namibia. The bigger and stronger Zambians ran Namibia off their feet, scoring tries in an attacking display of running rugby, hence a total of 75-5 tries. Kidini Masi, live at 8.
On Tuesday against Uganda.
Thank you very much, Kidini. Thank you for watching. This has been Live at 8. Until tomorrow, same time, same station.